Okay.
You sound like a Cape Color. That's how you sound.
Yeah, but you hear every word of the Cape Colored.
Yes.
Okay. You're hearing. What does the Cape Colored sound to you? Cop, make that accent for me. Let me hear that. Let me hear that accent.
Jasmine,
Say that again. You must say that again.
Jasmine.
Now you can't just use one word. You must say a few, like a sentence.
Um, you see that light? You see that light? Like they do that accent. They do like eh.
You see that light there? Yeah, what gaat aan jou? Check that light. The man fell on his face there.
Yeah,
Is,
like that.
is that
Like
it?
that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I am a fucking Cape Colored. That's how I talk.
You're a bit different though.
I'm a different.
You don't you speak more articulately than Cape Coloreds, and
Ah.
you look different as well.
I look different. Now I look like a Cape Colored. I'm
Because
typical
you,
Cape
because you're a
Malay.
Cape Malay, that's why. You're Cape Malay.
Okay, okay, so Cape Colored is a Christian colored from Cape Town. I'm a Cape Malay. Is that correct?
In a way, but even there's even a difference between Muslim coloreds and Cape Malays anyway.
Muslim coloreds. Oh, now what's a Muslim colored?
It's weird to say because they obviously look like they obviously look like the mixtures of the whites and the Khoisan, but Cape Malays obviously have that Southeast Asian attitude.
Okay, and you just a pure Afrikaans English dude, huh? Is that correct?
No, I'm not obviously not pure. I'm actually glad I'm not pure. I definitely have some non-European admixture in, which I actually quite like.
Which part is that giving you the Jesus look? Because Jesus is actually from the Middle East. He's actually not white.
No, I know he's not white. I know he's from the Middle East. I know he was born in Bethlehem, Israel, or Palestine, if you like to call
And
it.
I don't know where they came. I didn't study that stuff, but I don't know where they come on that thing that he was this long blondie. Where did that come from? Do you know where that come from?
That's definitely a European thing.
A
When it,
European.
I can guarantee you that when Christianity came to Europe, that's like what they started to. That's what they based Jesus off of.
They based
You know
Jesus
that?
of.
Did you know that Christianity first came to Africa before it came to Europe?
Is it and when did it come to Africa?
Fucking definitely. Um, I'll let me look it up because I don't know. I just know that fact. I just don't know when.
Oh
It
fuck!
makes
In the
it makes
meantime,
sense.
let's do
It makes
something.
sense. For fuck's sake, can you shut up? It makes sense because there is a there is a Bible called the Ethiopian Bible, and that
Uh-huh.
is and that is regarded to be the oldest Bible in existence.
The Ethiopian Bible. Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Never heard of that. But I don't care about stuff like this anyway.
You always say that, but you bring it up anyway.
No, I brought it up now because you said you look like Jesus today.
Yeah, because of the hair and the beard and stuff. That's
See,
why.
that's why I brought it up. That's you crap people.
But my beard though, I must admit, I don't have good beard genetics.
Like maybe especially because you didn't trim it, you didn't do shit with it. It's just growing wild now for how long now? For like
Since okay, the last time I shaved, I think was December 20th.
and you didn't trim it, you didn't do anything since then.
No, I don't have anything like that.
And what
First,
about what about the hair? Did you cut your hair since then?
yeah, obviously I've cut my hair. I shaped it in a way. I
So
like
now
it.
you have that hippie look we're going for you there.
My dad, he likes to bring this up when we're with family and friends. He says I look like a 70s porn star.
A 70s porn star. So your
He
dad,
always brings that up.
which one? Did you ask him which one? Like a
No
name.
fucking no. Because obviously everyone in the 70s and 80s they had this hairstyle. And that is if they
Let's
say I look
let's
like
let's
that,
Google some 70s porn stars and we'll check if we
oh,
can put
fuck
a
you.
picture on
You
there. I'm gonna put a picture on
look him
there.
up.
Huh?
You look him up,
Yeah,
not me.
I'll put a picture up there. 70s porn star. My God.
I just like the hair, man, okay?
You like the
It says here that Christianity arrived in Africa during the first century AD.
first century AD. And when did it hit in
Europe.
in Europe?
Also first century AD, it says here, but I don't know.
It's about the same time. Hmm. Okay. Now
But
that
apparent, But it
Now that
makes sense that it makes sense that it would come to Africa first because Israel, Palestine, it's right there. It's right there next to Egypt and all that, the Sinai and stuff. Whereas Europe is all the way up there.
yeah, I never really looked into that yet, to be honest.
You don't care, no.
Nah,
You don't need to brag that you don't give a fuck.
yeah, I don't really know. Okay.
You
Uh,
know,
I don't know much anyway. I'm just like I found out more and more that I'm just boring because I have such a little stuff that interests me. So yeah, and I didn't know that I'm hyper. Like my ADHD and autism controls my whole life. Did you know that? Does it do it for you too? By the way,
yes,
like
obviously.
everything, like more and more than I realized because I never realized that I'm very particular, like when it comes to like intimacy. It's like black and white, it's like I switch on and off, and I have a huge list of requirements for intimacy, any kind of interaction, any intimacy, any sport, any hobby, any interest. It's like always a huge list, and because and any like say I have like say I'm interested in topic A, and topic A I have like 100 requirements to do topic A, and then if I only have 95 of that requirements at any moment, then I can't do topic A. It's like it doesn't work. But when I hit 100% of all the requirements, then I'm like hyper focusing on topic A like all the time, and this is with everything, and it makes me quite complicated. I think you might be very similar.
In a way, I get what you're saying. I think we differ a little, but I do get the gist.
Where do you differ?
I'm trying to think now, where do I do? I can look at something that does not interest me at all, and then years later I can look at that same thing and be like, oh, this actually looks really cool.
Yeah, but that's because maybe the first time you looked at it, you didn't have all the requirements.
You could say that. Or you could say it was just an on-off thing. Maybe
Or
back
your
then.
brain didn't develop it and you didn't connect other data in the background that could make it interesting. Like you didn't realize that that could have been something that is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like later you realized it. You can
Yeah.
shine a light on. When I was a kid, I used to like a teenager, even a teenager. I'm a bit of a stupid human. When the people say, "Oh, they were torturing the man," torture or torturing the person, and I thought torture is they take a torch and shine it on somebody. Like somebody is captured, they'll shine a big light onto somebody. And to me, I always thought that was torture. I didn't know it involved like all kinds of pain and all kinds of stuff. I think I only found that out like much later. Like I think I might have
I
been
think
like in my 20s when I realized that torture could be like bad, like like hurt, like the whole torture. I thought torture is like because you shine that torch on your face now, and I thought, oh, now you're torturing yourself, but that's not torture.
I
So do
thought I discovered this only very recently, like a few weeks, few months ago. Plastic surgery does not involve plastic.
plastic surgery doesn't involve true? Huh? Yes,
Because
exactly.
because the word plastic in the word pla in plastic surgery comes from the Greek word plastikos, which means mold to mold.
And you're going to find this out now. That's because you found it interesting, and now you're going to find out.
I was just like I once saw like a short video, like a TikTok kind short video, not on TikTok, about some person using plastic surgery to like change their nose or their fucking face or something. And I'm like, where actually does the plastic go? Because I always thought there was plastic involved. And then I looked it up and it apparently they don't use plastic at all.
So
Uh,
now my point is this: we like autistic and neurodivergent, and in many ways I feel I'm like backwards compared to neurotypicals. And why is it backwards? It's not like backwards because I think I use a bottom up approach to topics. So I will like look at one thing and then another small thing and then build the detail from the bottom up. Whereas the neurotypicals, they kind of look at overview. So they will get a generalized overview that plastic surgery is like fixing shit up, and we just hear plastic and we think first of the word and work from there. Like I hear the word torch and I think of a torch and I go there. I don't go and figure out the whole word around it first, like the neurotypicals. So what do you think? This is a difficult question. How, like in the world, how does that create problems? When ADHD people communicate with non-ADHD people.
There's obviously the social cues factor, like maybe they'll say something and you say something, but you're not supposed to say that because that's the law of that's the social law, but you don't know that.
But they have a whole connected shit around it and all the different laws around it. You can't do this, you can't do that, all that kind of shit. And then they're talking all that stuff. And in the meantime, basically is we just literal in the moment and specific. But this is good in a sense in my opinion, when you do problem solving, I'm going to look at the problem and analyze the problem and build the issue up around the problem, not like the neurotypicals. The others, they will look at the overview of the problem, but not actually of the details of it. You see, so by the time we get like a big picture, we know a lot more about it than that person that just knew some overview but don't know how to fix it. Like this morning, I had a talk with somebody, and that person was clearly not autistic or ADHD, and it was so difficult for me. It was tiring and difficult, and I didn't know, like I got drifted all over the show, and when that person was finished talking, I didn't even know what they were saying anymore. I'm like, okay, fuck, I got bored. Do you have that thing with people?
Like I will be there, like listening, but nothing like goes in. So I'll just be like, okay, cool. But I don't really get what they're saying.
Do they pick it up that you're not getting what they're saying?
No, they never do.
They never do. Because
Yeah.
you just say like, okay, so you're basically saying we can just like say some stupid thing like, okay, and then they think you're listening. What is on your mind today?
Firewood, because why not?
Firewood. Fucking hell. Why would you even pick something like firewood? Do you have a braai coming up or what?
No.
Hmm.
Well, no, normally on that Saturdays we might. Um,
So that's tomorrow.
yeah.
I've
So
never been by an Afrikaans braai. A boere braai.
I
Even
should buy wood and meat and bring you over one day.
wood and meat. A real boere braai. Because I didn't even know that boere are known for braaiing.
It is
Like,
like the one ethnicity in South Africa that is known for that, like specifically.
and I didn't know. So this just shows you I don't know shit. And people have accused me of having a high IQ, but what I definitely have is a very, very, very low general knowledge. Very low. Like almost on the retarded level IQ. I mean, general knowledge.
Like you're not talking about EQ, you're just talking about general knowledge.
Yeah, general knowledge, general knowledge.
Generally, how it is with high functioning autists is normally their IQ is high, but the EQ is low. So
Yeah, but
we
I don't even know what EQ is, but I
emotional
know
intelligence.
what does that mean. See, there
So it's
I'm
like
stupid there also.
just like it's like how good can you manage your emotions? How good can you communicate with people? Like how your emotional intelligence, right? So
Oh, okay.
communicating with other
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
handling your own emotions, all that stuff. Like what goes on in your brain, not how physically
Yes,
you
yes.
are.
So like impulse control.
I guess. I don't know.
I'm
No.
very very bad with impulse control. Shit, I have like extreme feelings and shit, and it's difficult to control my impulse. How I react, very difficult. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like I have all these requirements, and when when one thing is not there, then it knocks me off into some weird place, and then I can't control myself. So, but as I get a little older, it's a little bit easier, but it's not easy. You get that?
Yeah,
So you also have that EQ shit.
I guess. I mean, I can get the gist of what people are saying. Like I get the social cues made most of the time. It's it's my decision whether or not I act upon them.
Yeah, of course, yes. But like, how is your general knowledge? Like I think you seem to, but I don't know. You talk about stuff that interests you, but do you have like when I met you first, I think you didn't know much about colored people. You just like what you saw around, huh?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess I guess you could say that maybe. I don't
yeah,
know.
like they sound like that one sentence that we started with.
I mean, am I wrong though?
Yeah, they do. Like, yeah, but not all of them. I think you're talking more about the Cape Flats colors, like those
Yeah, I
ones.
guess. Obviously when I think of colors, I don't think of Cape Flats colors generally. There is a wide variety of colors, but those are one of the subtypes that come to mind.
So when I think of a Boer, I think of a big fat dude.
I know exactly what you're saying. He's got a beard, like a big beard. He's got short hair, wears a cap, probably wears Boerklere, like
Yeah,
khakis,
yeah,
probably goes hunts in the veld, like that kind. Yeah.
and it's fat and huge also, like big muscles and all that
Yeah,
shit.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I think that as well.
You also think that, but you a Burki yourself, but you don't look like you look like Jesus. We already established that. You're like Jesus, the guy on the whatever, the
The
real
cross.
Jesus, the real Jesus.
Okay, sure. Um,
No, 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 no. You're not the real Jesus. You the 70s porn star.
yes, have you found a photo
No,
yet?
I haven't looked now. I didn't look. I must look later. Okay, wait. Yes. So this is the 70s. 70s porn star that I found, and Luca is going to find his version of the
I
70s
already
porn
found one.
star.
I'm gonna I
I see. Let's see. Okay, let me just see if I can put it back on there. Yes. Haha. And that's who you think. Is he a 70s porn star? I don't.
No, he's not. He's a modern musician.
Oh, okay. But that other guy was more what your father was had in mind.
Most like he grew up during that time. Obviously, he fucking
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah. Okay, okay, cool. So we got that. We showed it.
I
Easy.
suppose ADHD is think so we have this thing where we think we are way more capable than we normally are. There's so many things we can do. Like because neurotypicals will generally think, okay, these are like the few things that I'm good at, so I'm gonna just do that. ADHDers generally are like, I can do this, I can do this, but I can also do all of these other things.
I think with me it's more that I'm not interested. So like lots of things. Well, like, let's look at school. So when I was at school, everybody had to do the same shit at school. Like the boring stuff, like all that subjects and everything you did in class. And for me, most of those things in class wasn't difficult. So even like sports stuff at school wasn't difficult. So for me, it's more like I'm not interested because it's so everything seems so like no like challenge to me. It's like no challenge. It's boring. Hey, maybe that's what you mean. It's like it's too boring to even do. Like I can do it, so it's not the effort. It requires no like no brain, no thought, nothing. So well, I'm not gonna do it. It's boring. That's the ADHD. So I'll just find things that's interesting to me. But the fact is that sometimes things that's interesting to me are boring like shit to everybody else. That's what I don't get. I don't get why they are bored of it. Like my big thing now is how come the world is so full of people? That's my new thing. How why? Because I have like 100 requirements before I will breed with any human being. And if one of those things are not met and I can't, and if I look around wherever I'm going, public places everywhere, I'm just like, I don't see anybody that I would want to mate with. Yet all of them have mated. A lot of them. So to me, it's like a mystery because basically, what I find interesting, they don't find interesting. What do you think?
I get what you mean in a way. Um, what was your point again?
So you fucking drifted because my point is so boring to you. That was my point.
Yeah, in a way, but I got the gist of what you're saying. You were basically saying
Prove
like,
it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it.
shut up. Okay, you were like basically like you don't understand why there's so many people on Earth. Is you have hundreds of requirements on on before you can mate with someone, and if not one of them on that you don't. And none of the people you see on the street are meet those requirements, yet so many people have mated, and you're wondering why.
Wow,
How
you got the whole point. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Well, how about a topic we can discuss is uh how all you DHD or DHDers, how all DHDers um deal with anxiety and depression and loneliness and all that stuff.
Oh
Like,
fuck, that's
do
a
they
depressing topic.
when they hit a period of depression or anxiety, what like like what goes on and how do we deal with them compared to neurotypicals?
I don't know how neurotypicals deal with it, but I can say how I deal with it. But like a what gives me anxiety. The unknown gives me anxiety. I have different form of getting anxious. It's like I'm more anxious about not my ability or what I'm gonna do or the effort I'm gonna put in. I get anxious about the external things that is beyond my control. The things I can't control, that gives me anxiety. And I just can't switch off that thing, that shit that I can't control is gonna mess up everything for me. And that gives me anxiety that I can't fucking deal. I don't know how to deal with that. That's my anxiety. So that makes me depressed because I know I try to control all the shit. I know my capability. I know what I can control. I know what I can't control. And that's fine, the stuff I can control. I even know I have the wisdom to know, but I still have that anxiety that the stuff I can't control, like Trump, or okay, making war in some country now, and I want to go visit some place there, and I can't go there, and I don't know if I'm gonna fly somewhere that somebody's gonna bomb the airplane. I can't control that, and that gives me anxiety like crazy. That triggers my depression. The stuff
I get what you mean.
outside of my control. So what and how do I deal with it? I don't really know how to deal with it. So you what is your ADHD like anxiety and depression? Is it similar or not?
In a way, it is similar. For me, it's like not doing the things I want to do is one of them. I get that you can't control you. I get that as well because it's like us we tend to challenge stuff like that because we're like I would say neurotypicals are more likely to be like, okay, yeah, sure. There's a reason they came up with that braid to find comfort in that. But with us, we like to like challenge it in a way. So we like to be like, okay, well, let's see about that. I'm gonna see if that even is true. And we try our best to make sure to try and debunk that.
I don't try to debunk it. I just see that it doesn't fit for me. That's all. I can see it.
But but you see in a way you're challenging it. You like
The,
you're not sure of it.
Okay, the result looks like I'm challenging it because somebody says to me, I must pray. And they say, pray like this. Then I, okay, because I'm one who like to think about it. I don't accept any shit that's chucked on me. So I like to think about stuff that people suggest. You know, like suggestions, I always think about it. And then I will like see if it fit and if it works. And it looks like a challenge, but it's not. It's just me checking if it works for me. If I want to do something and it's like I think it's scary or I think I have anxiety to do it or I can't control it, then my go-to method But when something like that happens to me, I just do it because to me, I get more anxiety not trying and living in fear. That gives me more anxiety. So if I like, say if I must like clean, or I have to go to the shop, okay? I have to do this. The shop is down the road. But I'm scared to go down the road because the sun is so hot and I'm scared to get sunburned, okay? So I'm scared of that. That's
Yeah.
stopping me from
Can
going.
I just say something?
Yeah.
I also discovered very recently that temperature does not affect how you get a sunburn.
Yes, we know that. UV light, I know that. But anyway, the point is I don't want to go out because I'm scared to get sunburned. But so me, what I'll do is I'll just go out. I'll just put on a hat and go. And I'll face it and I'll see how it is. Because me living in fear of not doing it is worse for me. So that's why I actually just do it. So I don't know if that helps you, but for me, that's how I do that. So that
No
doesn't
way.
work. So that doesn't work for you. So you need to figure out
Well,
what work.
I don't know. I would need to test it.
Yeah,
Because a
then
lot of
test
these
it.
things, yeah,
Yeah, just test it. When you have something that's giving you anxiety and you can't get started, and because you're scared you're gonna fail or whatever, just do it and fail.
because very
I I fear wait, I fear failing. I fear less than not trying and then and not even trying. Not trying that bothers me much worse. It makes me feel worse. I rather try and fail than not try.
something similar about getting started with your thing, right? Is that so for example, I wanted to start so like since of like January, I wanted to like start running just up and down the road, but I was scared that I could get stabbed or get shot or something like that. Because I thought, what if at the moment I'm running, there's some criminal or some guy going my direction, and then out of nowhere he just decides to rob me or stab me or something. I was like, well, I can't let that stop me. So I decided, okay, I'll go out and run. And I did that. And I was like, wow, this is actually quite nice. And after doing it several more times, I was less scared to go run. And I don't even think about being a victim of crime or anything, because out of all the times I've run so far, I've not been at risk at all. So yeah, it's like that fear
Yes,
of getting
yes,
started, and then when you do it,
not so
it
bad.
relieves
However,
pressure.
like that example you use now, you still have to keep track. You can't forget the danger. You go out, but you have some safety prerequisites. Don't forget. You take a little bit of precautions and go. You don't just go run crazy blind crazy into any weird area, I mean, or weird place. You still have to take precautions. The same like me, I'm scared to get sunburned. I'm maybe gonna put on a hat or a jacket and then go and cover up as much as possible. You have to keep track of the precautions. But yes, as you do it, you get better at the precautions and then it's less scary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, where I run, I've I run in like a area very close to my house. So I run very close to like near my house, and I've done that every single time. I've not deviated off of that, so I know the area a bit.